Hi, this is Chris with the Release Technique, and today I have a very important message for you. Stop fighting your ego. It just wastes your time and it annoys the ego. But seriously, most of us, when we take a look at this voice that plays in our head and all the negative things that it says and the way that it pushes us around, tells us to beat ourselves up, sabotages us, has us pick fights with people for no good reason. We see this thing and we want to wage war with it so we can eradicate this negative influence from our lives. But doing that is a big mistake because you're taking something that is a pocket of negative energy and you're feeding it more negativity. So it doesn't get rid of the ego, that influence in your life. It makes it stronger, more pushy. Now you have a most powerful weapon at your disposal that is guaranteed to take all of this negativity and gracefully and easily and instantly melt it away. And this thing I'm talking about is called the power of surrender. Now, not only will this just melt away this negative influence in your life called the ego, it'll also melt away any obstacle in your life. For example, if you have a financial difficulty or if you have a health problem, it doesn't matter how big that problem is. It doesn't matter how long it's been around. It doesn't matter what the experts say about it. When you surrender completely to anything in your life, it just disappears right in front of your eyes. And I'll show you what that's like. But if you're really serious about eliminating all of your obstacles, all the negativity, totally, and changing your life forever, then join us at the 7-day Power of Surrender retreat that's happening in San Diego the day after Christmas. It's starting on December 26th and going through January 1st. It's a perfect time of year. It's quiet, not much is going on, and it's the most beautiful location to settle in and discover your true self and realize your unlimited potential. So click the link below and check it out and join us. Now, take a look to see if you've been battling your ego. You've been disapproving of it. Now, when you disapprove of that negative voice in your head, does that get you anywhere? Does that make that voice quiet down? Or does it just make it louder? And does it feel good to disapprove of that ego? Now, who is it who's disapproving of it? You are, aren't you? Now that's good news because that means that you're in charge here in this moment. And if you're doing it and it's not getting you the results that you're really looking for, now's a decision you can make here in this moment. You can be positive and just love the ego. Or you can continue on and beat it up, but you know where that's gotten you already. So could you let go of disapproving of it? And could you go ahead and just let that disapproval go even more? And could you let it go even more? And could you let it go even more? And just let it go. Since you're doing it, and it doesn't help you, could you just let it go? And could you let it go even more? And even more? And even more? And notice how you feel. See if you feel a bit more relaxed. Now that's moving in a positive direction. And you may notice that any noise in your head has already gotten more softer, more quieter. Now, could you give that ego of yours some approval? And it doesn't mean that you have to agree with it. It doesn't mean that you have to be stupid. Being loving doesn't mean being stupid. It just means you're going to give it positive energy. because positive doesn't hurt anything. And it's simply a smart thing to do. So could you give that ego some approval? And could you give it some more approval? And could you give it even more approval? And even more? And could you give it even more approval? And even more? And could you give it even more approval? And notice how you feel. Now, you should be feeling even lighter, because positive is an uplifting thing, and it is coming from you. All the positive energy of the universe you have already inside of you. And now you're choosing to open that up. Now, if your ego is making noise, maybe it's starting up with you right now. Well, this isn't really going to work. Or, I still have problems in my life. Or, it doesn't matter what I do. I just can't win. See, these are the types of sounds that we hear in our head that we want to fight with. But right now, can you make a choice? Can you decide to let go of fighting with this sound? And could you let go of wanting to push this sound away from you? Could you let go of wanting to eradicate it? Could you let go of wanting to be separate from it? And instead, could you move towards it? Allow yourself to be one with the sound, whatever that sound is saying. Could you just allow yourself to be one with it? And could you surrender to the sound? And could you surrender to it even more? And could you surrender to it even more? And you hear the bells of heaven open up. Could you surrender to it even more? And even more? And even more? And notice how you feel. See if you feel lighter, more giddy. Now, I guarantee that if you keep following down this path, everything is going to open up for you in your life. So make a decision. Decide to make this shift and really harness this power. It takes some practice. And if you really want to get good at it, then join us at the 7-Day Power of Surrender Retreat. Click the link below and join us. And we look forward to being with you.